The Toyota Land Cruiser is back in 2025. And it's not just a comeback, it's a reinvention of an icon. For over 70 years, the Land Cruiser has been the definition of toughness, the go-anywhere SUV trusted in deserts, jungles, and war zones. But after Toyota pulled it from the US in 2021, fans thought the story was over. Now it's back, redesigned, re-engineered, and aiming at a whole new audience. But is this new Land Cruiser really worth the hype? And should you buy it over legends like the Jeep Wrangler, Ford Bronco, or Toyota's own 4Runner? Stick around, because we're breaking down design, performance, off-road capability, ownership costs, and whether it actually lives up to its name. And wait until you hear why Toyota ditched the famous V8. The reason might surprise you. The Land Cruiser story started in the 1950s as Japan's answer to the Jeep. Built for rugged terrains, it quickly earned global respect for durability. In Africa, it became the trusted safari vehicle. In the Middle East, it was practically royalty. And in Australia, they call it simply the truck that never dies. But in America, sales slowed. By 2021, Toyota pulled the plug, leaving hardcore fans begging for its return. Fast forward to 2025. Toyota re-engineered the Land Cruiser with one mission: bring back the legend, but make it accessible again. The new Land Cruiser blends retro toughness with modern refinement. The boxy profile, squared-off edges, and heritage badging scream old school. Yet the LED headlights, flat hood for visibility, and subtle curves remind you it's a modern Toyota. It doesn't look like your average family SUV. Instead, it's a throwback with presence, the type of design that looks at home, both at a campsite and outside a luxury hotel. Here's where things change. Gone is the thirsty V8. In its place, Toyota's iForce Max Hybrid, a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder paired with electric power. It puts out 326 horsepower and a massive 465 pound-feet of torque. That means instant power when you're climbing, towing, or just passing traffic. And with an 8-speed automatic and full-time four-wheel drive, this SUV is ready for work and play, while delivering way better fuel economy than the old Land Cruiser ever dreamed of. Toyota didn't just make this a mall crawler. Out of the box, you get locking differentials, crawl control, skid plates, tow hooks, and a suspension tuned for trails. Ground clearance is high, overhangs are short, and Toyota's legendary durability means it can take punishment in places you'd never dare bring a Bronco Sport or Jeep Grand Cherokee. Compared to Wrangler or Bronco, it may not be as flashy or customizable, but it's built for reliability. In remote corners of the world, the Land Cruiser is often the last vehicle running when everything else breaks. Inside, Toyota nailed the balance between rugged and modern. Depending on trim, you get an 8-inch or a massive 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. The switches are chunky enough to use with gloves on. Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 is standard: adaptive cruise, lane assist, blind spot monitoring, making it safer than many luxury SUVs. You've got seating for 5, durable cloth or leather, and cargo space ready for weekend trips or long expeditions. It's not plush like a Lexus, but it's built to last. You've got 3 flavors: the 1958 edition, retro-styled, simple, and rugged; the standard Land Cruiser trim, the sweet spot, balancing price with features; and the first edition, limited, fully loaded, and already a collector's dream. Pricing runs from the mid-50,000s to the mid-70,000s. Thousands less than the old 85,000 plus Land Cruisers, making it much more approachable. Here's how it stacks up. Wrangler. Huge aftermarket support, but long-term reliability? Questionable. Bronco. Stylish and fun, but less proven off-road outside North America. Toyota 4Runner. Cheaper, but built on an aging platform. Land Rover Defender. Luxury and tech, but not Toyota reliability. The Land Cruiser positions itself right in the middle, a modern hybrid SUV that blends global toughness with daily usability. Here's the financial side. Maintenance costs are lower thanks to Toyota's reliability. Fuel economy jumps from the old 17 miles per gallon to around 27 miles per gallon, a massive improvement. Insurance may be higher since it's a new release, but resale value is where this SUV shines. Historically, Land Cruisers hold value better than almost anything on the road. So why the hype? Nostalgia. Fans waited years for this comeback. Versatility. A daily driver that doubles as an off-road tank. Hybrid power. Efficiency meets toughness. Trust. It's still a Toyota, built with a global reputation for dependability. And unlike the $85,000 models of the past, this one is finally priced for more than just the wealthy elite. Of course, it's not perfect. Some purists hate that the V8 is gone. Others say it feels less luxurious than the 200 series it replaces. And with the 4Runner and Sequoia nearby in price, some buyers may get confused. Add in fierce competition in the $55,000 to $75,000 SUV market, and Toyota still has to prove the Land Cruiser belongs. So, is the Toyota Land Cruiser 2025 worth buying? If you want durability, hybrid power, and Toyota's bulletproof reputation, it's one of the most exciting SUV launches of the year. But if you're a purist who craves the old V8, you might still be hunting used models instead. What about you? Would you pick the new Land Cruiser, or would you stick with a Wrangler, Bronco, or Defender? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Money and Motors for more reviews, comparisons, and car finance breakdowns designed to save you money.